Hello YouTube, Cal Dallas Gamer here with another World of Tank video. Now, you guys are probably gonna hate me for saying this and probably advocating this, but once again guys, this is just a video game. And of course I'm playing random battle. I know in my last YouTube video I was complaining about people um basically throwing in competitive mode. But once again, guys, be very mindful what you're playing. When it's competitive matches, take it a little seriously because obviously people want to win in competitive matches and you do lose something. In this game mode that I'm playing right now, it's random battle. You don't lose anything. Even if you lose, you still make progression. And that's why I was making that comparison with Helldivers 2. Helldivers 2 is purely a PvE game. You really don't lose anything, and because of that, the community in that game is super chill. Like, it's one of the chillest gaming community that I ever be a part of. Now, there will always be bad apples here and there, and I did experience some of those bad apples, but they were like so far few that it didn't really bother me that much, and it didn't like disturb me from playing the game. Here in Water Tanks and of course Overwatch and TF2, because they have competitive mode, yes, it does kind of disturb the gameplay aspects, especially League of Legends. League of Legends, oh, the reason why that game has a super toxic community is because once again, that game has competitive mode. You have rank, and you do lose rank if you lose the game. But anyway, back to the main subject of the video. And yes, you guys are probably gonna hate me, but as of me making this video, this is my very first match with this tier 10 French artillery. Now, I've been playing water tanks for a very long time, and this game, I will admit, guys, it is super grindy. So grindy that the best way to quickly get the tank that you want is you gotta spend a little money. And luckily, wargaming lately had made the game very consumer friendly, and I love that. And the 2.0 update made it even more consumer friendly, and best way I could say it, very friendly towards the free to play players out there, especially with the tech tree as a gift. That was very awesome of them. So, me, I got the mouse, and I got the Paton ever since the 2.0 update. So, the mouse and the Paton, they were definitely the tier 10 that I really wanted. And then I used the war bonds to get the Death Star and the Soviet TD, the tier 10 TD that I really wanted. Now, when it comes to artillery, SPG, I really wanted this French artillery. And why is that? It's because out of all national artillery that this game has, which is basically the original countries that War of Tanks feature. Because once again, I'm consider myself like an OG player. I play War of Tanks at the second year when this game first came out, and this game is already 15 years old, guys. Already, and I clearly have memories back in the day when how War of Tank used to look like, especially with that speedy T-50-2. That light tank was overpowered, and at that time, tier 6s face off with tier 10s. So, yeah. And at that time, there was only, I think, four nations, which is actually no, five nations. Yeah, five. I'm sorry, guys, I was thinking about it. There's America, there's British, there's France, there's Germany, and then there's Soviet, where's Russia. All of those OG five nations, they had their own artillery. And now the new countries that came out later, which is Japan, Italy, Czechoslovakia, Poland, keep in mind they do not have artillery. But the original OG countries, they do have artillery, and the best out of all of them was the French artillery, the tier 10. Why is that? It's because, as you could see in this gameplay footage, it's an autoloader. Now, to compensate, because around like I think it was 1.0 or 1.5 update, they did a rework of artillery. Back in the day, artillery was like the worst thing ever because the accuracy of the artillery was insane. So some people like to compare them as heat seeker missiles because back then artillery did massive damage and they hit very accurately. Now, ever since the I think it was 1.5, I can't remember which update, but one of the updates down the line, they reworked the artillery to make it less accurate, but to compensate, they also did less accurate, less damage. But to compensate it, they added a new mechanic which is stun mechanic, and you make a lot of money when the enemy tanks are stunned with your allies shooting at the enemy tanks and of course killing them. So you made a lot of in-game credits. And out of all the artilleries, because they only reworked the artillery mechanic but not the class, French tier 10 artillery was still the best. And reason why is because the French tier 10 artillery is one of the fastest artillery. As a matter of fact, one of the fastest vehicle in the game. It's an autoloader, the only one with the autoloader. And for its artillery tier 10 tier, it's pretty accurate. Despite the rework where they made it less accurate, it is still accurate. The American artillery is known for being a huge damage dealer and basically a nuke. The British comes in second. It's a little more accurate than the American, but it's still considered a nuke. Soviet, I think it was super accurate, but it also does high damage. And keep in mind, this is I'm talking after this update, after the rework. So the artillery they still retain some of their characteristics, but all artillery basically plays the same. The only artillery that is different out of the rest of artillery is the French Tier 10 artillery because of its autoloader mechanism. So the autoloader is purely unique to the French, and I think I had to double check. I think it's the only artillery in Tier 10 that has a fully rotated turret. And because of that, the French Tier 10 artillery is the most unique artillery out of all artilleries. I know I keep saying artillery, but all I'm pointing out is that French Tier 10 SPG is the most unique and the most popular artillery, and for good reason. And me, I wanted to grind for this artillery because I'm not gonna lie, guys. Um, all right, everyone has their own taste, and it's perfectly fine. But me, when it comes to playing water tanks and when it comes to playing SPG, in other words, artillery, for some reason it's my cup of tea. It is one of the most chillest class in the game. I know artillery has a lot of hate in the water tanks community, but for me, guys, it's literally my cup of tea because it's one of the most chillest class in the game. It is so chill that despite I get a little gamer rage here and there, especially when I play the Death Star or any tank that has a derp gun, and whenever I try to shoot an enemy, it misses, even though I'm fully accurate towards the enemy, especially at medium range and not long range, like medium range. For some reason, artillery is the most chillest class in the game, and as you can see in the gameplay here, all I am is laying back in the background, far away from the fight, and all I'm doing is aiming at the enemy, providing fire support, and stunning the enemy and being a nuisance to the enemy player. And all I am is being chill in the back. Again, chill is class in the game. And you can see two footage. The first one, I think the first one is over. I can't tell because when I'm recording my voice, it does it separately with my cell phone. Um, so the first one I lost but I was chilling in the back. The second one, I won, and I won pretty easy. Like, it's, again, chillest class in the game. And the best part about this tier 10 French artillery, its animation is dirt cheap. I literally made a comparison with the XM57, and it turns out the animation it is cheaper than the animation from a tier 8 premium tank. Imagine that, guys. So I was making profits with this tier 10 French artillery. And I'm super happy that I unlocked this tier 10 French artillery because now I can see why it's both the most popular and very unique artillery. All artillery, they kind of have basically the same playstyle, but this one is unique in a good way and in a special way. And because of that, you could say that the French tier 10 artillery is the perfect artillery in the game. Sadly, though, I don't think Wargame is gonna introduce another artillery. If they do, it's gonna upset the community a lot. So, sadly, I don't think we're gonna see any new artillery added into the game. And if they do, I bet my money is gonna be a tier 11 artillery. But, you know, oh, we'll see. We'll see. But for now, we could tell that no other artillery is going to be added in the game. And like I said, I know I sound like a broken record. All the artillery's tier 10s, they kind of play the same. The only artillery that stands out is the French tier 10 artillery, and that's the main reason why I got it. I was grinding to get it. And honestly, I'm happy because once again, chillest class in the game. It is so chill that I could like get a cup of tea, drink it, and just click at the enemy and basically chill. And the best part, since it's a auto loader, is that when it's reloading the magazine, you can move around. And once again, this is one of the fastest vehicle in the game. This is a very speedy artillery. Moving forward though, if you move backward, you're kind of slow, but moving forward, it is very fast, and it gives you enough time to reposition, shoot down your enemies. And the best part, because of the stun mechanic, if you pay attention to how long the duration of the stun mechanic is on the ammunition, you will quickly realize that you could stun lock your enemy. I repeat, you could stun lock your enemy. So, yeah, this tier 10 French artillery, best in its class, best in its tier, and it's absolutely worth getting. And it's my cup of tea. It's one of the chillest class in the game. Well, guys, I feel like I ranted enough, but I'm just very happy that I unlocked this tier 10 French artillery. Now, the next tank that I'm planning to unlock and grinding is the tier 11. I've been kind of lazy on getting the tier 11, so yeah, I'm gonna start grinding it now. The one I really want to get is the Trans Rate, and luckily I got the mouse, so I'm already a step there. I was just a little lazy, but I gotta start grinding for the XP now. So yeah, guys, stay tuned. And thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please don't hate me for loving French tier 10 artillery because I really do like it. And it's such a cute little artillery. Well, guys, thank you for watching and listening. Please like and subscribe, all that jazz, and leave a comment down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts, especially your thoughts on the artillery class. Candalis Gamer, over and out.